What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to Aviation. Hope you're on a fantastic day today, and today we have the first ever airport update for the Coral Sea International Airport. I hope all of you are excited for this video today, as I am really excited to debut this brand new airport here. As you can see here, we have the 22-gate GeminiJets, really cool airport terminal building, and today we start a brand new fictional airport here on the channel. So definitely check out that first video I made introducing the airport and so forth if you haven't. But of course, now that you are familiar with the airport, we'll be going ahead and diving into it. And just as a little bit of a brief recap, Coral Sea International Airport is a fictional airport located in Cairns, Australia, which is in Queensland. You can see on my map here where it's located in proximity to the actual country of Australia, continent that is. And then as you can see here, we have our initial destinations and so forth. So this airport will progressively expand. You're going to see many more international carriers because of the airport setup and also just the proximity of the region. There's a bunch of long haul flying to be done. But don't get me wrong, we have a bunch of narrow bodies, and that's where this airport will begin. As you can tell, we have 5 operational gates. We also have 2 under construction. This is going to be gate number one's actually starting right there, and this actually I think will be 22 long term. But anyway, this is gate number 5, so that's under construction, and then we'll figure out the numbering at a later time, but we'll just go 7, 8, so we'll number it like that for now. So 7's right here, and then 8's also under construction. So anyway, this is a really good time to go ahead and get started. Again, we have a bunch to take a look at here today. I'm going to be using the really cool airport diorama foils here. I think they look really nice on the contrast, and I think it does a good, representation. It's nice for the setup and so forth. So let's go ahead and get into our launch carriers and debut this brand new airport. I'm very excited to continuing to expand the footprint here on the channel. I hope all of you are excited to take a look today. So I'll get you some different views throughout here featuring the concourse and so forth, just to change it up a little bit. But nevertheless, let's go ahead and get started here with our first aircraft. So the first aircraft of Coral Sea International Airport is going to be this Scoot Airlines Airbus A320. This is a Phoenix model, and definitely check out my previous mass unboxings. There's some really cool stories of how this model airport came to be. But nevertheless, I'm really excited to get it kicked off. So here it is, the Scoot Airbus A320. They are a low-cost carrier from Southeast Asia, and they're going to be flying here. And they were one of the launch carriers. The airport agreed on a really good contract with them, and they're going to start with, actually, it's going to be, excuse me everyone, sorry about that. They're going to be having one service, and that's going to be 3 times a week. This is going to be on Monday, Wednesday, Friday to Singapore. So that's exactly where it's going to be going, and what a fun flight opportunity I had to go to Singapore as well. So there's so much inspiration there, and I bought so many models that I saw during that time frame, and it's certainly quite an eye-opening experience. But anyway, this is 3 times a week, and as this airport expands, we obviously won't be quite as concentrated on the frequencies, but obviously as this airport starts out, just want to give a brief outline. But pretty much the main airport of Cairns, they wanted to branch out and have some more international flying and some low cost and so forth. So that was kind of the purpose of this airport, and now it is expanded into a really cool operation. So it's definitely really exciting, to say the least. Our next aircraft here, gate number 3, is this Jetstar Airlines Airbus A320. This has their older livery on it, and I'm excited to hopefully get another one at some point. I really like their updated livery on their Airbus aircraft, 320 and 321 Neos. So those are really cool. But anyway, this aircraft's currently getting loaded up, and this aircraft's going to be making, Jetstar has 2 flights. So they're the first carrier here with 2 destinations. So they're going to be flying 4 times a week to Sydney and 3 times a week to Brisbane, which is really cool. So yeah, very excited about that. So this aircraft actually is coming in from Sydney and will be heading back out there. So that's really cool. And then he's going to actually come back here and do the Brisbane flight tomorrow. So that's pretty cool. It's going to go off and head over to Melbourne and several other destinations that we're targeting. So excited about that, but nevertheless, very excited to see how we expand. And I do want to say that the growth of this airport will be progressive. It's certainly going to take some time, of course, but bear with us here. And I apologize if the light's a little weird on this particular airframe, but nevertheless, you're actually going to get some shade here, so that actually kind of might help. But nevertheless, very clear, gate number 3. Gate number 1 is going to be very special down the road, so that's why that gate's currently not being utilized. So anyway, looking very nice, and definitely excited to see where Jetstar goes from here, but currently 2 destinations, and they're a very reliable ULCC here in the field. So very excited to continue the progression. And within the next couple months, you're also going to see these gates go up as we approach the warmer season here in Australia. And there's the really cool aspect of this airport. This is my only airport on the channel right now that actually is in the southern hemisphere, and as a result of that, of course, as you all may be able to kind of guess and infer, we actually will be having winter operations right now. So this airport actually started pretty much in the heartbeat of winter here, essentially what December would be to the northern hemisphere. So pretty cool right there, to say the least. And then our next aircraft is going to be this Qantas Link Airbus A220. This has the green livery on it. It's a super cool model, and I'm very glad that I was able to invest and get this aircraft. It's a really good one and definitely will prove powerful for its Sydney service, which is once daily on this Airbus A220. It is overnight. It comes in later in the day, about 9:30 p.m. and departs at about 7:30 a.m. So I'm sure they'll get more aggressive on those times once this airport grows, but I think they want to be mindful of the initial operation. So that's exactly what's happening here with this Qantas Link. Very cool to get the feature here. I think this will be quite a staple. You'll be seeing this many times, but you'll also see some other aircraft along with it. I definitely hope to get a 737, some others. And of course, you all know I have plenty of wide bodies to work with, so you'll definitely see those sooner than later. But anyway, this aircraft is heading over to Sydney, and this is competing service with their ultra low cost counterpart Jetstar. So these will be pretty fun to follow. But yeah, great to see get Qantas in here, and there'll definitely be a feature here at the airport. And once again, Gate 5 is currently under construction. That'll be opening up here pretty soon. So this will probably get renumbered at some point. I'm not sure. I'm not too worried about it, of course, but we'll just go ahead and call it gate, we'll just say 22, but 7 or 22, however you want to number it. So the launch international carrier of Coral Sea International is going to be Cebu Pacific, as they're going to be flying 3 weekly services to Cebu. So really glad to have Cebu Pacific in here. They're quite a unique airline with quite a unique service, and this model was just kind of a lucky find at the airplane shops, so I just thought this worked out really well. Cebu actually is about the same distance from Singapore to Cairns, which is pretty cool. So yeah, we have 3 longer routes here, as you can tell, or 2 longer routes, and then the next update, you kind of saw some construction. I'll go ahead and pan back over to it. You're gonna see the development right there on our international gate, and that one will be going up in the next update. So they're going to bring in the bridge, and the next international carrier will start when that is open. So very excited about that. But yeah, the timeline will be a little accelerated for this airport, but you'll be seeing 1 to 2 bridges every update going up. So we're going to grow progressively. I know New Forest, I kind of just jumped into it, so I thought that it would be kind of fun to, you know, be progressive with this setup. And I think my collection better reflects being progressive. I do have 3 additional narrow bodies that I can use, and obviously a plethora of heavies, but I thought it would just be a little bit more indicative to kind of grow up progressively and kind of have this cool story that, you know, the airport really wanted to, you know, get started without, you know, we got the whole building built, so that's huge, but obviously just get started and get down the road a little bit. So anyway, I really hope you all enjoyed this first Coral Sea International Airport update. Again, we are in the winter time, so this is January essentially, so, you know, by December this year, obviously that will be summertime, so it'll be really cool to have a flip-flop from our other airports, so it'll be very fast in the winter, so very excited about that. And obviously quite a bit of fun action going on. You can see up there on the very top, there's some of the models that will be debuting in upcoming updates, but I'm very excited for the next plane and the next update. I think it's gonna look really nice, and I'm very excited to get it in here, and it will be featured right there. So stay on the lookout for that aircraft and that update in July. But anyway, hope you all enjoyed the new model airport. Really glad to get another one going. Obviously got New Forest going in September of last year, so glad to have this one, and hope to develop many more airports as we continue to move forward. But we'll take it one step at a time from here. Anyway, hope all of you enjoyed. Definitely check out that first introduction video for more of a rundown. But anyway, expect a bunch of wide bodies to go on that side, and I thought this setup would really work well to start. But obviously, as you all know, I have plenty of ways to expand this airport down the road. I just thought this would be a good place to start. With that being said, that'll do it for today's video. Everybody, thank you all so much for watching. Take it easy, everybody. Stay safe. Trust process. Do you love and love you do. My name is CM Aviation. I want to thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you all soon as CM Aviation is signing off.